we can go ahead and get started. So, I will go ahead and call the meeting to order. It looks like we have another person on, Wendy.
Yeah,
Uh,
this is Wendy and Tony with Mahar Engineering. We're here representing the Clement LaFive project.
okay. All right.
We're first on the agenda. We just to fill you in, we did receive conditional approval on Tuesday night at the planning board. They had allowed us to come to the ag meeting after because the project itself, it's kind of a unique lot. It's kind of a Z shape, and the we're developing up at the roadside, which is in the Lake Residential.
Okay.
And the ag is towards the back of the property, which we are not developing or affecting.
Okay. Looks like Kim is just bringing it up so that way we can get an aerial view of it.
I believe
Okay.
I believe it got referred to the ag committee because it's near the Wegmans Organic Farm and it's in the ag
Okay.
district.
Where is that?
If I read correctly, there was already a structure in there that you're taking down and rebuilding a new one.
Yes, it's an existing house on the road, and we're tearing down and rebuilding. Just that we're not affecting anything at the lake shore, and we're not affecting anything in the wooded area on the lot at the rear.
Yeah, this was it sounded like a pretty simple case for us, at least on the terms of what they are, the ground they are moving and what they're
Yeah.
expecting to achieve.
Yeah, I think it was more of a formality. They wanted you to just peek at it.
Yeah. How usually when it comes to us, it's with it either in an ag district or within 500 feet of active or agricultural land, which with it being it's like next to two different fields is probably why. But
Yeah, it's very unique shape, as
yeah,
you
it
can
is.
see.
Hmm.
So where is the Wegmans farm?
Just below. Just yep. Mm,
Thought it was nearby.
I
Maybe I'm
think
thinking of a different one. I thought it was close to that. But I could be misremembering. They all blur together after a while.
oh, okay.
So what did the write-up say exactly?
1 second. Well, Wendy's here. She can tell you anything you want about the project.
It's something about replacing or tearing down the current house and building up with a slightly different foundation plan.
Yeah, it looks like just a new it's renovating existing utilities, landscapes, and stormwater management, while also rebuilding a single family home.
Is it within 500 feet of any type of agriculture?
The back of the property there touches a couple of fields.
Okay.
There's a couple of fields that their forest touches a couple of fields, but nothing close to where the house is. That's too close to the lake to be important agricultural land.
I'd agree with that, definitely.
Wendy, I'm assuming that the house is just going to be in the same spot as it is now.
It is, yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
Judging
so
by-
Yeah, we're not encroaching on the wooded area behind it at all.
so I make the motion that this application does not affect or disturbs important agricultural land.
I second Fernando's motion. We can put it to a vote. All in favor, say aye.
I
Aye. All opposed?
Bob, you're muted if you were trying to vote.
Bob, you with us?
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah,
Okay.
I voted in favor.
Okay. Well, Lindy, that was really quick.
All right.
You're more than welcome to stay for the next one if you want, or you can just go ahead and hop off.
Yeah, we have our company Christmas party tonight. So thank you for putting us on the first of the agenda.
Yeah.
Have a Merry Christmas, everyone.
Thank you.
If it was for everybody, but it got off.
Bye-bye.
I'm saying my internet is unstable.
All right. On to the next.
What is that? It's crazy looking.
It's trying to load. That's why I have the camera turned off. I'm trying to like it's already doing a lot, so I'm trying not to have it do anymore. Maybe. All right. 1 second.
According to the agenda, this one's also on County Road 16.
Yeah, 1 sec. I'm just
No, you're good. I was just looking at it.
it's thinking real hard. I'm trying to remember what the other one is. Oh, I think the other one, if I'm remembering correctly, somebody had put in stormwater management without a permit. Obviously, it's down there in one of the ag districts, or maybe that one's close to the Wegmans farm. I can't remember. Maybe that's the one. He had a lot of water coming on his road, on his property from County Road 16 after the county had done work. And so he hired an engineer and they put in some, yeah, basically there's a gully there. So they put stone in the gully, they put a catch basin in, and they did all that without a permit. And so they're basically having to go to the planning board to get approval. And so it's kind of retroactive approval they're trying to seek. I'm struggling bringing up the information for it, and I'm pretty sure this is the one that's near the Wegmans farm. But again, it's the County Road 16. It's a lake property. They're next to Walter Turek, who had a project that you've seen before too, a couple of times. And it's just residential property by the lake.
How far down the road is it?
From the Wegmans farm?
Yep.
Okay, well, I'll show you. Should be able to do that. I'm struggling with cloud permit at the moment. Everything else seems to be working fine, so I think it's a cloud permit issue. And this one, if I remember right, yeah, this is the Wegmans farm,
It's like
I
less
believe.
than it's a diagonal. Looks like.
But they're here, and they put, I think the gully is on this side, if I recall, and they put, like I said, they put stone in the gully, they put a catch basin in. They have a video where it shows water flowing down through there after a rainstorm, and it's quite quite a lot.
What is
And
the elevation of that property compared to the Wegmans farm? Is it below the Wegmans farm elevation?
I believe so. Because the Wegmans farm is over in here.
Is there an elevation map? Is there a map that shows elevation?
Oh, sure. I can do that. Yeah, that is the Wegmans farm. Let me turn on the layers.
I'm just thinking which way water flows. So if the water has already flowed through the Wegmans farm, it's flowing into this gully is not going to cause any, contamination for the water to flow out. Is the concern that it's going to pull more water off of the hill and not have enough water at the Wegmans farm? Are we concerned about pollution? What is exactly, the concern that we have here? Is it just the simple fact that it's within 500, is it 500 yards of the Wegmans property?
It's really the proximity.
Honestly, I don't see any impact on agriculture at all.
I don't think there is, but that's really for you to say. I think it was one of those, it got triggered. So this is the percent slope. So your red is obviously a higher slope. The darker colors are I think I could click on these and it will tell me maybe.
Are there contour lines?
I don't know if I have contour lines. Let's see, 3D terrain. I don't know what that one does. These maps. This is the one with, though, when we look at steep slopes, your darker colors are, let me see. So this is the 3D mapping,
Awesome.
if that helps.
Bob, if you're trying to talk, we can't hear you.
Hold
For the
on,
record, I looked at the agenda.
I just have Timmy. He's quickly signing in.
Yeah, I agree. I don't see any impact with that one.
I agree as well. That there's no impact. Timmy was saying that how he looked at the agenda prior to, and he felt the same, that there wouldn't be any impact to agricultural land. So I guess we could put it to a vote then. Well, we already have second first. So yeah, we'll put it to a vote. All in favor that this isn't affecting agricultural land, say aye.
Aye.
And Kim, for the record, Timmy did say aye as well.
Okay.
Um,
And did somebody second that?
I think Fernando
Okay,
or
perfect.
Tim said it. Tim Riley put the motion, and then Bob seconded.
Okay. Awesome.
Okay.
All right. I'm not going to be able to bring up cloud permit. It's just not working.
Don't care.
Yep. We're all done with that. So it's whatever else you want to talk about tonight. That was it for the referrals.
Okay. I don't have anything planned. I guess maybe for the one that's coming up in January, we can discuss what we want to do for summer in regards to maybe doing like another little fair. And get more plan ahead more for that. We can say that for next month.
One thing, Sarah did ask, she asked if, basically everybody wanted to still be on the committee. If you or somebody else, wanted to be the chair, it's just so she can put that forward to the town board, whatever you would like. If
Yeah.
everything stays the same, that's fine too.
Yeah, I had planned to let everyone know I plan to step off the committee after this year, or at the end of the year.
I was planning to step down from the committee,
Yes.
Yes.
so we're gonna, all right, so that means there'll be an opening. We'll have to recruit or something.
Yeah,
Well, we
You already
already
have-
have 2 openings.
yeah,
Yes.
that would leave us 2 openings, but
Oh, okay.
Just for everybody's information, I was gonna do the same, but what I'll do is so that we can keep the committee moving forward, I'll stay on until we can go ahead and find replacements. But I feel like that I'd like to go ahead and step away as well.
Alrighty. Well,
Yeah.
for the record, I'd like to thank Tim and Bob for their contributions to this committee for the years you were a part of it.
Well, thanks, Tim.
Well, thank you, Tim.
It's been a privilege to be able to go ahead and serve with you all on the committee and be involved and represent the town of Canandaigua and the agriculture committee or the agriculture community. And I wish you all well and the best in your endeavors.
And I guess I'll say the same as Tim, that I would, if it helps to stay on a little longer, but definitely before springtime, I intend to step off. So I guess, I don't know if we're allowed to do that, if we need to let the board know that we're stepping off at the end of the year, or if we can stay on and just step down at a later date, whatever is best.
You can stay on as long as you want and step off when you need to. So if you want to stay on for a little bit longer, like until springtime and then step off, then that's fine too.
Yeah, maybe at least for a couple extra months or so. Hopefully we can find a couple people to fill the seats.
So you're staying for a couple of extra months.
Yeah.
Okay. What we've done in the ECB is if members know anybody and want to invite them to apply to, be part of the board, that's a great way. We did put it in our last e-newsletter, the town newsletter, but if you have, any contacts or additional information you'd like to share for that communication, let me know.
can we like post it on like the Canandaigua Chronicles Facebook page or something? Like either I can
Certainly.
to like recruit. Okay.
Yeah.
I think you put it on the town Facebook page also, right?
Yep.
All right. Cool. I'll flip up a post.
Oh, and I have one comment to make before I forget. Am I on speaker?
Yes.
I imagine.
Yep.
I'm gonna say I would have had to have been for everybody responded to me, so I must be on speaker. Anyways, I should have sent an email to everybody. I should have been on top of this, but I just got reminded. I just reminded myself. Has anybody heard about a big proposed solar field in Livingston County, in the town of York and Leicester, there is a big proposed solar field. And apparently the town of York and Leicester it's been even over the last year, there's been their town halls have had meetings about it, and there's even a public meeting about it in November. And I didn't get a chance to research it as diligently as I wanted to, and I did not make it to a public hearing they had for it in November. But if I would have attended, it would have been a very educational meeting, because it would kind of help me get my thoughts in order in case a project like that is proposed for Canandaigua or somewhere else in the Ontario County.
Well,
Uh,
right now, I mean, if one is proposed like that in Canandaigua, the current solar law prohibits it from going in on viable farmland. There has been, I don't know if that one has been approved. There's another very large one out there, over 2,000 acres, I think, that's being started.
I think that's in Mount Morris. There's one.
There is one in Batavia, 3,000 acres. That one is approved and in construction.
Wow. And I could say, in Livingston County, there is a lot of outstanding farmland.
Yeah, some of those, that's the difficult thing. Some of those farmers, the larger farmers, are some of the ones that sign their land up also.
Mhm.
The one in Batavia, one of my clients is putting about 1,000 acres, but he said everybody around him did it, so it was going to be a pain to farm, so why not? And he went and found another 1,000 acres somewhere else.
Well, of course, solar is a threat to agricultural land. I mean, I could definitely understand like a couple small solar fields, in that 10 to 20 acre range. But to blanket 2,000 acres of solar panels is very disheartening to me.
It is, and I think that in Canandaigua we have done as much as we can to protect it. My hope is that in the 10-year lease they realize that it was a stupid idea and they are not generating enough, and they just take it down, because they all have repurposing clauses in there. So hopefully it's a short-term leave issue, but we'll see.
Right. Maybe they'll realize the mistake, but they got to make the mistake first.
That's the hope. That's the hope.
Now, of course, my understanding is state law, though, can override a town law.
Correct.
That's scary. It's almost like eminent domain. If the state wants a specific acres to be a solar farm, they'll override town laws.
I believe it has to be a certain size project, though, a very, very large project.
I believe you're correct.
I forget what the different I don't know what you call them, the different phases or different
tiers.
levels. The different tiers. And there's one that can be overridden, but it's not just any old project that they can do that with.
I believe it's the tier 4, which are the largest solar farms.
Which are probably the one that scares Tim the most, because those are the 2,000 or 3,000 acre programs.
Well, anyways, I'd like to know more about that solar farm that's proposed for York and Leicester. My understanding is it's most likely going to be constructed, but I don't have actual confirmation about that. So I just kind of wanted to put the bug in everybody's ear that we shouldn't just look at what's going on in our town, but we should, of course, look at the rest of the area. Just kind of keep things in mind.
Well, you got to think about where the money is coming to develop it, to pay for this development. And, you know, a lot of it's government funding. If the Biden administration or the Harris administration had been elected, I would expect that that would have continued on. But under the new administration, you may not find the money to be flowing quite as quickly as it would have.
I had wondered that myself. That maybe the funding would run out for some of these projects in the next 4 years. But however, I don't actually know the true financials of these solar projects. Is most of the funding coming from just the plain state, or is the state getting the money from the federal government? I don't know. I'd assume it's just plain state taxpayer dollars.
No, it's not. It's coming from the federal government. What is the big act that Biden, I'm trying to remember what the acronym is, but there's billions and billions of dollars being invested in wind and solar with federal money providing, for that infrastructure. Can't remember. Is it PAC Act? I can't remember exactly what it is, but it's basically for renewable energy. All of this is going to get scrambled. Governor Hochul is already starting to say that, if the federal government, wants to interfere, they're going to have to, go through her and through the New York state government. So it's going to be complicated. Let's just say that.
Well, I can believe that. Complicated. I can believe that. That's a good word.
Tim, Bob LaCourse, he's one of the planning board members. He's done he was helped to rewrite the current solar law, and he's done a lot of research. And I know he went on a training, I think it was last year, to someplace in another county. I want to say it was Livingston County, and toured like a solar farm and stuff like that. So you could reach out to Bob LaCourse. He might know of some more stuff.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah, Bob's really knowledgeable, and he'd take the time to talk to you about some of that.
Bob LaCourse. Okay. Oh, and before I forget, that proposed solar field in York and Leicester, apparently citizens can submit a written comment. Now, of course, I know none of us are residents of either of those two towns, but I wonder if, since we're, a part of our town's agricultural committee, are we within our rights to submit a public citizen comment?
I mean, you can go ahead and try, bud.
I was going to say I was gonna, because in a way, if funding to the project is through New York State, even if it is a part of the federal government or the state or both, I'm a taxpayer.
Mm.
Don't we have a right to say something? If it's our dollars being used to fund the project, we're within our rights to say something.
Yeah, I think that if you think that your opinion's very, if you think really, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I think that you should do it if you feel that much about it yet.
Yeah, I'd like to. Apparently, tomorrow is the last day they'll accept written comments, so I could whip something up between now and then. I could send it to the whole committee, see what you think of it.
Sure, why not?
So, I wish that New York State would embrace other renewable energy more, like biofuel produced from grain, and also dairy farm methane digesters. I wish the state would give the attention to those two things, because not only would that be a step in the direction of actual cleaner renewable energy, but it would also help the farm economy. You know,
It's,
methane digesters, my understanding is that becomes another income stream for a dairy farm. And me, a grain farmer, if I had a better biofuel market, my grain demand would increase. So I wish the state would embrace those things much more.
yeah. I found the name of the act. It's called the Inflation Reduction Act, or the IRA.
Gotcha. Yep. I've heard of that.
Alright. Well, yeah, Timmy, thank you for bringing that up. It's good just to have that in the back of our minds, and with it going to Livingston, it is a little bit closer than what we would like to see. So, if you
Yep.
want to go ahead and just, I mean, it doesn't hurt to send out that letter. So, why not? I mean, what's the worst that can happen? They don't.
Exactly.
So, go ahead and send it if you want us. Go ahead and include us in it. That's fine.
Alrighty. Yeah, it's kind of the last place I would have expected one to be proposed.
Mhm.
Livingston County there's a lot of small, quiet towns.
Mm-hmm.
So, there's several good farming communities out there. It's I was almost shocked to me to see that there's some proposed there, but then again, I shouldn't be shocked because this is a problem all across the state right now.
All right. With that, and I'll go ahead and make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Second that.
All right. Well, everybody have a very happy holiday, and we will see you again in the new year.
Happy holidays, everyone.
You happy holiday.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Many years of Mr. Crystal.